Welcome back to another property video. Today we have a townhouse from Caramanico in Abruzzo, and I'm gonna take you for a short walk down this alleyway. This is where the house is located. It's a very cheap house. It needs quite a bit of work, but it's in a very good location. It's a nice town, and later on when you see the aerial shot, the drone footage, I think you're gonna like it. And this is kind of like the main square or main area of the town. It looks very nice, very Italian in my opinion. So you can find most things here, like bars and pharmacies and whatnot. I think there's also a florist down there on the right. Yeah, there's a florist down there. It's like a clothes and shoe shop and accessories and whatnot. It's like a bar as well. Hairdressers. It's actually very nice here. It's a very nice town. So, like I said, today's property needs a bit of work. It actually needs quite a bit of work. It hasn't been kept up with the maintenance for quite some time, so it needs some TLC. But for the price, I think it has good potential, and I think you're gonna like this one. So it's down this way. Oh, there's a doggy here. Hello. So we're gonna walk back down towards the property, and it's in this alleyway. Like I said, it's a townhouse, so there are connecting buildings next to it. And this is the entrance over here. I also brought my torch with me so you can see it, because there's no electricity in the property at the moment. So this is kind of the landing. It's a very typical old Italian property. Down here there is a toilet, a small bathroom. So this one is just a toilet and the sink. So you have water down here. You can most likely keep this as a bathroom. And then we are going up these stairs, very old stairs. And you can see a lot of trash bags and whatnot. And we are on the first level. So this is a small kitchen diner at the moment. There you go. This is what it looks like from the other side. So there is a fireplace, a working fireplace actually. You also have access to the gas here, electricity and water as well, which is always nice. I mean, you can see on the walls that this property does need quite a bit of work. But like I said, the price of this property is very good. And I think for this much money, you can have this on the side as a project. Now, here's a door that leads you into one of the rooms that could be used as a living room. Unfortunately, we can't get in because we didn't bring any pliers or anything like that. Now, you can also go up this way. This will lead you up to the second level. And this one is a bit bigger. This is the first area, as you can see. Vaulted ceilings. Again, this is a very old townhouse, so it needs quite a bit of work, but it can be an empty canvas for you, and you can make something really nice out of this. Unfortunately, no windows in this room. Over here is bedroom number 1, good sized. Vaulted ceiling, big window out here, and there are 2 single beds in here at the moment. So this one can most likely fit a double inside, maybe a wardrobe on that side as well. And behind me, if I turn around, you can probably put another small cabinet there, maybe a TV on the wall, something like that. Good work, good work. Now there's not much headroom in here. This is where my head bumps. So that's the top of the door. And it's very typical of these townhouses. Okay, now this is bedroom number 2. Much bigger, much lighter. Unfortunately, this one doesn't have a vaulted ceiling. It has a mini balcony. You can probably step out onto it. And you kind of get a view of the mountain in front of you. And when you see the aerial footage, I think you're gonna like this one. I think you're gonna like the area and the surroundings. Moving on the right side, here is the only bathroom with a shower. So this one has a toilet, a bidet, a shower, and a sink. The roof is in good condition. This one is also not a vaulted ceiling one, but that's fine. And then over here, bedroom number 3. This one has 2 bunk beds in it at the moment. So perhaps you can do the same layout over here, have 2 bunk beds in this room. There's also a storage. Well, not really a storage, but another door, another entrance, if you would like to come into this room from those stairs. So you don't need to go through this area. You can actually go through here and just remove this, and then you have 2 access points for this part of the room. This is a very big TV, so it kind of gives you an idea how big this room is. Again, a mini balcony here. Can't be doing too much here, maybe hang some clothes or something. And up there, you can sort of kind of see the mountain. When we get to the aerial footage, I will show it to you because it looks very nice. So, let's go back downstairs. One final look at this room. This one has a good height, not as low as the other area. And then we are going through here. So yeah, overall not a bad property. It does need work. It does need quite a bit of work. And we have Daniela there. Hi Daniela, come stai?
I'm fine. Thanks.
Fine, good. So, it needs a bit of work, but I think for this price, this could be a side project for some people. Maybe a couple, or maybe a small family that wants to work on a cheap property, you know, have it as a holiday home perhaps. Or maybe you want to retire. I'm not so sure if you want to retire here because of the tall stairs and the very narrow staircase, but it could be something. So let's jump onto the aerial footage and I will tell you about the price and the location and everything else that you need to know. So here we go. This is the aerial footage of the area, and you can see the square where we started the video on the middle of the screen at the moment. And the asking price for this property is 24,000 euros. So overall, this is a very good property, but I would only recommend this property for people that are kind of looking for a project or a second home, or maybe like a holiday home or something like that. The town is actually very nice. All of the shops and bars and pharmacies and whatnot are available, so you won't be having problems with that. The mountains are actually very close as well, and you will see them very soon. So Maiella is not too far from here, which is a great destination for skiing and snowboarding and all sorts of snow sports basically. And like I said, this is a townhouse, so you don't really have any sort of garden or greenery. You have buildings on both sides basically, but it is in a very good location, and I don't think this one should be missed. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure that you subscribe. If you have any questions about this property or any of the properties that we have for sale, send us an email and we will get back to you within 24 hours. So thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.